So we're going to YouTube now. All right.
I forgot where the reference photos are.
It wouldn't be illustration isolation without somebody asking.
I'll assume the kickoff is our trailer. So
Yeah. Yep. Everybody on YouTube gets to watch us early though. Okay. So we'll be starting in a couple minutes. Just the YouTube people get special access.
Hey Timmy, what's the address for the reference?
/photos on the website.
Ah, thank you.
Yeah, that's what.
Got it. Cool.
All right. Should I open up the room?
might as well.
All right.
This meeting is being recorded.
Okay. People are coming in.
Montalvo, thank you for coming tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me here.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, you too. You all guys.
I know we need.
It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's get away and just think about drawing. Bill and I were drawing. We've already done one drawing session today. It was terrific. Drew this morning in Studio Bridge. It was a tremendous amount of fun.
A lot of great drawings posted today too.
There's some very good drawers in that program. Participant.
Okay, guys, quiet. I want everybody to hear our intro.
Okay. Fire away.
I can get it to go.
No sound. Here we go.
Okay. John, take it from here.
All right.
New year, new illustration isolation.
All right. Hi, everybody. This is John. I'm here. Timmy is here. Montalvo Machado from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Bill Cope, somewhere in North Carolina. Somewhere in the southeast coast of the United States.
Undisclosed location.
And has anybody else come in yet? Not yet, but there's a few more coming. I got a few things I want to say. First of all, I'm going to say Happy New Year, everybody. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. And hopefully we can use this as like meditation tonight. We can just draw and lose ourselves in our drawing, have some fun. As always, Visual Arts Passage sponsors this, and we are now enrolling for our semester that starts the 23rd, our 10-week courses. We offer classes in concept art and illustration, 2 different programs. Got a fabulous roster of instructors and a program that is turning out some incredibly good young artists, I should say new artists. So if you get a chance and you're interested in a serious mentorship program, check out Visual Arts Passage. I got a couple more things I'm going to talk about. Studio Bridge, where we had another great, well, actually really our first official lecture. We've done a couple in the beta testing, but Ray Bonilla kicked off Monday night with a tremendous lecture. And he'll be doing all 4 Mondays in January. Next week, he's going to be doing a process demonstration, and then he'll be doing a couple of painting demonstrations for the last 2 nights. We've got some really good things going on in Bridge. The first challenge. Oh, well, excuse me, I should have pulled that up. That's Ray as our guest speaker. Beautiful painting by his. But the first challenge was a self-portrait challenge that Addie Green won. We had a bunch of beautiful entries on this. There was about 20 really beautiful self-portraits, and really proud of Addie. She has upped her game huge in the last few years. So congratulations to Addie. We've just announced the next challenge, which is a still life challenge, which is going to kind of people that are interested really tie into Ray's talk on Monday night. So if you want to get some good information about creating, developing your process and designing, shooting photo reference and lighting and all of that, it's going to be a good discussion. Going again tonight, we are here in our illustration isolation, which is, we're getting, Timmy, what do we got? Another 2 months before we're at a year, 2.5 months, something like that.
Yeah.
We've been very consistent about this, and this has been just an unbelievable, really turned out to be a great community. And it's basically the extent of my social life right now, and it probably is for others. But I love being able to come in here and draw with a group of people, some of my friends and colleagues, and it's just been a great experience. I won't go through the list. These are some of the contributors. I will mention Montavo, since he's here and he's got his own page. This is a great piece Montavo did, and a great piece Chris Payne did. I think we are set with reference tonight. Here's what we're going to be drawing. We have them all up on the website for you to see them. They're fun. One notable right there. I love these single light source black and white photos, and they're also, we don't have to, they're old enough, and they don't come with a copyright, so we can definitely use them without concern. And they're terrific. There's a reason Chris Payne, you see all these old baseball shots that he uses, and because the photography is fantastic. It's fantastic to draw from. So if you're new and you don't know our format, we're going to be doing 4 20-minute poses. You can get to the reference right there at thevisualartspassage.com.
And on that note, I just shared it to the chat. So if you just click on that, you just follow it right to there, and you can download those images. Sometimes people use their phones for the reference. You could be old school like John, and you can print it out.
Look at that.
Yeah.
You can get to the visualartspassage.com.
And on that note, I just shared it to the chat. So if you just click on that, you just follow it right to there, and you can download those images. Sometimes people use their phones for the reference. You could be old school like John, and you can print it out.
Timmy, something strange has happened to our audio.
It's repeating.
It's repeating itself.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
I see that. Sorry, I'm going to have to mute a couple people.
Okay.
All right.
So,
well, I don't know what happened, but don't let it happen again.
okay. So I think we're ready to go ahead and start tonight.
Yeah.
Timmy's got the clock of doom, and set it for 20 minutes, and let's get going on the first pose. Everybody, thank you for being here. Look forward to a fun night. Timmy, we're going to be on a grid, right?
Yep, we'll be on a grid tonight. Since there's such a small group. What I would recommend, just to optimize the size of the grid, only stream what you're working on. Maybe don't stream your face.
Okay, I'm just gonna. I will.
Maybe Montalvo, your hair is so good. Maybe you should continue streaming it.
All right.
Sorry, I got my microphone muted. I was talking to you and just wasn't going through.
Yeah,
Um,
that was me, Montalvo.
yeah. I was just listening to you and talking and thinking that,
Yeah.
why aren't they saying anything? I wasn't
want
saying
to
anything.
see you, but not hear you.
All right.
Yeah,
And he muted me too, so.
yeah. That's typically my solution when something starts going wrong. I just start muting people.
Yeah. I heard that there was some voice feedback there.
Yeah.
Was that me?
Timmy.
I don't know who it was.
Oh, okay.
I wish I had a better answer. It honestly just came and went away on its own, which is scary. And Chris isn't here, so I was really lost. I had no idea.
Yeah, Chris can't make it tonight. Chris has got his first lodge meeting of the year. Talk about the ultimate art dad. Wish I could tell that to Audrey. Hope she shows up.
Just curious, where's everybody tuning in from tonight?
Yeah, I just invited some friends here in Brazil. Maybe there are some new folks there popping in.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I posted the YouTube link.
Oh, nice.
Right.
So you're responsible for them. That's good.
Yeah.
You assume all responsibility.
Yeah.
For Brazilian improper words or maybe something like that. I hope they won't do anything bad.
I'm
Nice
sure they'll be just fine.
Yep.
Cool.
I can honestly say, Montalvo, I've never met a Brazilian I didn't like, but every Brazilian I've met in person has been a friend of yours. So
yeah, that's quite a compliment. I have recommended the Illustration Academy for many people for many years now, and I think some of them actually went there. And some people that are just contacted online, some of them were real close friends, but many of them just really, they took it seriously. They went there and they were just as overwhelmed as I was the first time and the second time and the third time.
the third time.
And the fourth time. My fourth time.
This is kind of how we finished on Studio Bridge earlier. I was drawing a woman in a white dress, a Victorian white dress that was very complicated.
Yeah. Somebody's going to find these drawings and misdate them. They're going to think they're from 100 years ago.
It'd be okay.
Oh, yeah. So Montalvo, have you been keeping busy?
Yeah, I was on vacation on my regular work for 30 days. But I got so many portraits commissions that it kept me busy for whole December. I still have a lot of them to go.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's what I did, Montalvo. I did 3 portraits over the holiday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
But they were commission work, or you were just
One
keeping
the other,
your hand warm?
one was well, I did a commission landscape, a commission portrait,
Cool.
and 2 for things I wanted to do for one a very good friend of mine whose mother passed away. I did a drawing for him of his mother. Just finished it. It was one that, the reference, you're totally reliant on what they send you. And at first I was really nervous, but it came out okay.
Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. Some people send me their photographs. Some of them, they're people who just like you said, they passed away last year, and they send it as gifts for their relatives and parents and stuff. So I probably made some people cry this year. Yeah. And there was this girl that her brother was asking me for these 2 pictures of their aunts and uncles. It was a gift for their parents. But what he didn't know, that his sister wanted to give him a gift. So she called me and she said, well, there's a surprise I want to make to my brother. Can you draw 3 of our dogs? And I said, in the same picture. I said, okay, so send me the photographs. And she did, but only one photograph was really, really beautiful. There were 3 Rottweilers. And the other ones were not so good pictures as references, but they had a lot of meaning for them. So what I had to do is just make a composite on Photoshop. And I did my best in trying to bring them together as a family scene in Photoshop. So I projected them, and I did a nice job in picturing those black, beautiful dogs. And I asked her about some of the stories, which of them were alive, which was, so there was a mother and 2 other dogs that were sons of each other. So there was a real, family history going on there.
That's
And only one, the big one, the one that I use on the center, was alive. The other 2 has just, very old and have been, part of a family for so many years. And I said, well, this is going to be a gift that may make your brother cry, right? And she told me that it happened just like that. He was not expecting that kind of gift. And it was really interesting doing this kind of things. It maybe gets into some people's stories and family things, and
Mm-hmm.
It is fun. I know how much it's always been one of my favorite things about making work for myself and selling gallery work is that people are buying it for themselves personally. They're so appreciative, and there's nothing like being asked to go to someone's house to show you where they hung your painting.
That's a beautiful thing.
That's such an honor to me. It's like, it's different than selling. I mean, I love, doing a piece of work for a magazine or a book or something like that. I get to charge it. I got huge excitement out of that for years. But to have somebody, go spend their money, and on buying a piece of art is a very cool thing.
And trusting you to be a part of their home landscape, their personal landscape, right?
Yeah.
Most of the time, it's always been, I've always had really positive interactions that way. But, there's been a couple of times I was really you know, you think this is a typical artist thinking. You go and you're looking around their house and you're thinking, oh God, they have bad taste.
It
And
happened.
they just bought a piece of my artwork, you know.
You're like, what does that say about me?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I just did a commission of over the holidays as well, and I did a composite of the photos, and I was nervous, you know.
As
Especially-
well you should be.
Yes, I think that it haunts every artist. It's something that we just have to get used to somehow. You know, John, you were saying about commissions and works and things, and I just remembered one thing that you said while I was at the academy. I think you guys are the voices in my head. I just keep remembering that all the time.
Sorry about
You know, every now and then, it's just, you know, some of your wise word just pops into my mind. And you said that when somebody buys your artwork, that's the ultimate compliment. And
that.
that's something that really stuck in my mind. It's just that's so true. It's, of course, we all have to make this as, you know, as a living. But there's something that goes on beyond money and beyond negotiation. Is that kind of thing that touches you so well. It's just so, well, I know why I'm doing this.
Yeah, I've only, I think, visited a couple of people who, you know, have my work in their houses, and I was at a party one time, and a woman had bought one of my pieces, and she had it hanging in front of her computer, and she said, you know, I look at this more than anything else, and that was really touching. And
That's beautiful.
you know, and then she said, you know, I hope you don't mind, I put it in a frame. And I'm like,
Oh my God.
oh my God.
Yeah,
Mind so much that you would never know. Just,
my nephew came to visit me over Thanksgiving. Made him get a test. He came up and visited me, and right before Thanksgiving actually, and I gave him let him choose a piece of actually one of the things I did in here, and he chose the one of the portraits that I had done, and he sent it to me framed. Sent me a shot of it framed yesterday, and I got such a kick out of it. It looks like it's like, man, I want that back.
Really good in that frame.
Mhm.
Which piece was it? Do you remember?
Yeah, and I'm blanking. Frederick Douglass.
Oh yeah, that's a great
All right.
piece too. Yeah.
when you said Frederick Douglass, I was just, you know, my mind just popped. And that another thing is just Tom Blackshear painting of Frederick Douglass.
Yeah.
Remember that for the stamp series?
Yep.
That's incredibly beautiful. Do any of you guys have those stamps or the booklets or something like that?
Of Tom's? No.
Stamps, yeah. I wish I had one of those.
Tom's going to be one of our guest speakers in the studio bridge.
Oh yeah, I
In a whole month.
read about that.
Oh, that's going to be cool.
Yeah.
When's that going to be, John? Do you know?
It's going to be towards the end of the year. He's working out. He's got a bunch of gallery shows,
Right.
and we're dodging around that. We should get a complete calendar up here in the next week or so. Right now, John Nymeister is the month of
February.
February, and Audrey is going to be the month of March. So we got some momentum.
Yeah. Well, Ray knocked it out of the park the other day with his talk.
He's okay.
I'm trying to promote the program here, man.
Well, Ray was great. Ray came in and drew with us today in the bridge. Yeah, he's a wonderful guy. I just love his attitude about everything. You know, it's just how can he be better? How can, you know, he's also extremely helpful. You know, just like coming in and drawing with us today.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm looking forward to seeing the still lifes from the
Yeah,
this month.
should be good. I really like that assignment. It's the ultimate, you know, still life is the ultimate exercise of doing composition, controlling composition. You got to put it all, you know, size relationships, shape relationships, lighting. It's all got to be there.
I'm trying to challenge myself, trying to work in white paper tonight. This is something that I usually don't like to do. I said, well, let's get something going on here. It's just like playing jazz on a song that you don't know very well. Have you guys seen Soul?
Yes.
That's so beautiful, isn't it?
It was so good. I love that. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
I liked his the character's growth through that too. You know, I think it's hard to get an emotional response from a cartoon, but they managed to do it.
Yeah, they did it well, really.
Yeah.
And it got me with no, you know, I didn't read anything about it. So when I got to see it, it was just a real surprise over the subject and whatever they were doing. I just had no idea.
Yeah, I went in cold as well. Until, do you watch The Mandalorian at all?
I've seen, I think, the first and the second one. I've got to see the rest of it.
Yeah, it's fun. I mean, if you like Westerns,
Yeah.
it's especially.
I haven't been able to start it yet. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I liked Pedro Pascal in it. Cool. That's as much as I can do it.
It's a quiet drawing night.
It is. There's no one to beat up on. That's not an invitation, by the way.
Oh, George.
Yeah. Montalvo, we lost your video.
Oh, yeah.
I think your phone might have gone to sleep or something.
Yeah, let's check it. Oh, I just got disconnected.
This photo reminds me of something your dad would do in a, like an illustration, early illustration.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was a big, well, part of, a lot of his early illustration, some of the stuff he was known for was Victorian stories.
Right.
You know, he did Little Women and Tree Grows in Brooklyn, and some of the things really identified him. And he had a massive collection of Victorian photography and books.
Did anybody do anything special for the holidays? A lot of, like, you go watch the ball drop in Times Square.
Well, I don't think that.
I hung out with my cats.
Yeah.
I hung out with my son and my wife, and as I said, as we were talking, I did a bunch of drawing.
Terry Brown said he survived.
Hey, Terry. A really nice text from Terry today.
I brought Terry onto the panel. We need some backup tonight for conversation.
Terry came prepared to draw tonight, I think.
Yeah, Terry, what pen are you using tonight?
Yeah. The only thing I can draw upon these days are memories, but most of them are pretty good. Most of them are pretty good. I will say,
I love the update on that, because it used to be the only thing I can draw is occasionally a check, and that was.
well, you know that one for sure. Yeah. I had some friends who had an annual, my college friends had an annual party, so we'd all at least get together once a year, spread out all over the East Coast. It was to celebrate their dog's birthday. It was the crypto party, and they'd always have a drawing contest, and you'd pick something out of a hat that you had to draw, a certain kind of flower, a certain kind of tree. They'd all draw it out, and they'd all look at me and start laughing before anyone even started drawing, because they knew that nice. No one would have any idea what kind of flower or tree it was. So my reputation is solid there. I missed you guys.
I missed you too, Terry. We're at the 20 minutes. First pose down.
Cool.
That was a fun pose.
Yeah.
I don't know if I got anywhere, but I like what I have. It just didn't get that far.
Yes, feel the same.
Yeah.
Good warm up.
All right, we're on to the next image.
Somebody, what was it? Suggestion to watch the making of the Mandalorian. I'll check that out. From Chris B.
Yeah, must be quite awesome, right?
You would think so.
The making of Star Wars is always so cool to see.
Yeah. I had when I was in San Francisco, I had some friends that worked for ILM at different times. And, there was always a pang of jealousy that they got to go and, work on the stuff and meet all these cool people. And see all the cool creatures and things. But that's
I'm
back when
told
you
you about it
used a
all.
lot of animatronics and puppets and things.
Uh-oh, Dale's here just in time for the second pose.
I thought you were going to say just in time to save the conversation.
Just in time for to save the whole drawing event.
Sorry, I was muted. Hello.
Hey, Dale.
Hey,
Happy New Year, man.
Happy New Year. Nice to see you guys. Man, you guys are far ahead of me. John looks great.
Well, I got to start the other one. I just wanted to see what that would look like with light.
Yeah, I'm gonna start the clock soon.
So, so which one is it?
The football player.
He's kind of in the Heisman pose.
Yeah.
No, what's his name?
I love the look on his face.
What's that? That's
Where's Chris Payne when you need him, Dale?
I know. My God, it's oh, the Heisman pose. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's not Jim Thorpe.
Yeah, Jim Thorpe. Thank you. That's an awesome picture.
That's the one that Don wanted to draw tonight, and then he didn't show up.
Well, he's not here, so
So
Isn't that-
you know what? I may do a Ray Bonilla and not draw this one. Continue to draw what I was doing.
All right.
We got one more football player to draw, and I've been drawing football players all day.
so that's
All right.
officially a Ray Bonilla when you just decide to do your own thing.
Well, yeah, we joke. He said, yeah, the good thing about going first is you could just work on that one pose the whole night.
All right. We're starting the counter. The clock is going.
So did anybody get anything good for Christmas or Hanukkah or whatever holiday you celebrate?
Well, Dale, kind of. I almost called you, and
My gift.
I almost gave you a call to tell you I was out plowing my driveway because we got snow.
Nice. Nice. How much snow did you have?
Oh, about 4 to 5 inches, not that much.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Hey,
I like that we're diving right into the illustration dad
Yeah.
material as soon as I show up.
well, yeah.
How long is your driveway?
We're on driveways.
How big of an old driveway do you have there?
Is
George?
that-
Oh man,
you going with asphalt or?
we're scraping the barrel.
No, is that a 20-footer or a 30-footer?
Yeah.
No, come on, that's good stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good conversation.
You know, that reminds me of like the dad in A Christmas Story battling with the furnace.
or the spare tire.
Yeah, my old man went out and battled with that furnace. It's a humzinger.
Did you watch it this year?
No.
I watched it twice. I can't help it.
Yeah, same here.
My wife and my son and I watched it together. I love that. I love that movie.
I do too.
Yeah. I like the breaking of the lamp.
Oh, the lamp in general.
Yeah, the lamp in general. It's a trophy. It's an award.
It's from Italy.
And little Ralphie is just, looking up at it.
Fondling it.
Yeah.
I know.
Ralphie's one of the few people who say he went through puberty by looking at a lamp.
Yeah.
I don't know if they still do it, but for years there were tours at that house.
Oh, really?
Yeah. There'd be like a line of cars and people would stop, and I don't know if they would go in, but they would look at that house. And that was Cleveland, right?
Yes,
Yes.
somewhere close to Cleveland, if not Cleveland. I think
Yeah.
it was Cleveland.
All those houses must have that, like the Home Alone. No, yeah, Home Alone. I'm sure the Home Alone house has that. I know the Brady Bunch house was a big deal.
We'd have to explain that to Audrey if she was here, but that's okay.
Oh, boy.
Brady Bunch was a TV show.
Right. It was on after Gilligan's Island.
Yeah.
That was sad.
It was sad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it just sort of got lost in the noise too.
Right.
Yeah. She was my favorite. Do you guys? I love the Brady movie where he keeps submitting the same design for every job, and it's basically his house.
His 70s style split level.
Yeah.
It seemed like such an amazing house. And he had his little studio, right? His office.
His den.
Man.
And a lot of shag.
I did a bike, a charity ride that Marcia participated in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah. And I felt so bad for her. She was riding along, and of course, everybody's pulling up. And this was really before selfies were a huge thing. It was probably, I don't know, like 2006 or so. So the iPhone hadn't taken over the world. But somebody did come up and they were having a conversation with her, and we're all riding along in a group, and she dropped so hard. Like, I don't know if she didn't see a pothole or something, but like a ton of bricks, she just went down. And I was right next to her. I knew how to handle a bike, so I didn't go down. And then it was like, oh, do I hang, or because there are hundreds of people there, and I had only said hello and then kind of ridden next to her, and then so it was sort of one of those like, do I hang and make sure Marcia's okay, or
Do I get out of here because I was right next to her and they
right, exactly.
I caused it.
Right.
Who's
So
the guy that knocked Marcia down?
in pure bike racer fashion, I sprinted. I saw an advantage and I took it, got out.
Man. There is something to those days of only having about 7 channels.
Well, it's like a limited palette, isn't it?
Yeah. It's like,
Boredom.
I don't know.
well, there's nothing on TV, so what are we going to do? Well, let's go outside,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the geezer here. I think there was something special about that limited palette because you really anticipated when a certain show was going to be on and
Yeah.
plan around it. And I remember the moment the show was over, the TV went off. So it wasn't like you were just hanging there with nothing else to do, but you would talk about it the next day, and that was the only chance you had.
Yeah.
Something cool about that.
I was so excited for, what was it, 7 o'clock or 7:30 on Sundays when The Wonderful World of Disney would come on.
Yes.
You try to explain that to young people. It's like Disney was on once a week for a half hour. That was your access to Disney product.
And once in a while,
Yeah. And then every 7 years you could catch a movie.
Right.
And you remembered me one of those childhood feelings. I felt so betrayed when they didn't show cartoons and they popped out with some Disney real, live shooting movies. And I said, no, that's not Disney. That's movie.
Yeah, yeah.
When I was a child, it was just, I was expecting to see, animated cartoons. And I felt betrayed. I was just really mad when there was those Sunday movies.
And sometimes they'd have the made for TV ones. And that was just devastating.
The very early black and white TV cartoons, Farmer Gray and such like that, almost all of them used classical music. And that's where I learned classical music. I took a music appreciation class in college. We had to write a script of things we listened to. And I remember this. It was the theme song for Farmer Gray.
Oh,
That's funny. Well, it's funny. It is whatever your entryway in is, that's fine, right? Like that Bugs Bunny, Barber of Seville
Yes.
takeoff. Looking back, that stuff was just so advanced.
Yeah.
Well, was those guys doing what they wanted to do? And
Yeah. Well, and they had a deeper cultural education than the next generation had, and it just keeps going like that. A descent.
Right.
And they were probably relatively young people who couldn't get work other places, who said, I'll do this because it'll pay the rent. And then they were really stretching their chops because they didn't have a lot of people looking over their shoulder. It was a good training ground. Think of the pulps in illustration. Think of early days of cartoons. It was youngsters who were stretching their wings for a paycheck. And you learn a lot that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. There was no market research to tell them what they had to do or what was popular.
one thing that I feel that has, changed over the years is the attention span. When you watch the movie and then you were really expecting to see something and you just sat on the couch and say, well, I can't wait for it to start. When it started, you was just focused and watching that. Because if you blinked, you just missed some scene and it won't have a chance to get back to, rewind it. And what I see from my son, for example, he just watches, Netflix with a iPhone in their hand, in his hand, and it was just doing 2 or 3 things at a time. I said, why can't you just lay that down and watch the movie with us?
Right.
I said, no, I can do both. So I wonder if they really can do both. I'm not really sure.
I don't know.
Maybe they do. Maybe they have this extra chip in their, generation that can have this wider attention span. But I just want to watch the movie and just, turn everything off and watch the movie and see the things.
Well,
maybe I'm getting old.
I think you're getting old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't do that.
I think you hit on it.
Yeah.
But I remember being a kid, like you had to be quiet so you didn't miss something.
Yeah.
And if you missed it, like everybody was pissed if you were talking.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was usually the one talking, but
This is great. John, what is this? What does Brent call this again? How things used to be or something? What was it?
nostalgia.
Oh, I don't know. He calls it a number of things, but give me a second and I'll explain to you how things used to be. I mean, he would always go back and let me lament on how it used to be.
Yeah.
Kids these days.
Kids.
My father used the phrase when something new was happening. It's a world we never made.
Oh, wow.
What on earth do you mean by that?
Did he never said it'll come to you sometime, like in 20 years?
if in one episode you guys totally rebrand this as an old person's podcast, you're gonna completely undo all the work we've done.
Oh,
Uh,
lost our audience.
yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. They do really well in the over 70 demographic.
Yeah. What? That's the name. That's the name of it. What?
What?
All right. Anybody see any good movies over the break?
I saw a movie that would infuriate Chris Payne if he was here. And
Oh,
I said it was good. Gerard Butler in Greenland, which is it's an asteroid disaster movie.
Oh boy.
Yeah. And it was just one thing after the next. Just
I haven't even heard that one.
well, it's part of the I think Universal, I mean, it's this archive of films that were produced in late 2019 that don't have a place to go now.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Like $100 million budget films that where do you they lost, they couldn't even do press tours. Did anybody like Wonder Woman 1984?
No, we saw that. Boy, wow. Boy, was that bad.
Yeah.
I thought it was going the
A lot
other
of people
way.
liked it. A lot of people liked it.
Oh,
I thought you were saying it was good.
I heard it wasn't. I loved the first one. I haven't seen the second one yet.
Oh, I love the first one.
yeah,
First
love
one's
the
amazing.
one.
Love the first one. This one was just
Huh.
almost. After a while, I just wanted it to be worse.
I want it just to end.
Oh man,
I
You
didn't
guys
know
are-
how it could be worse.
you guys are gonna disturb the Gal Gadot hive, and they're gonna come after us.
Did she have a squad?
Probably.
Oh
It
well.
was great.
I don't know.
She was great.
I saw Tenet, and it didn't make any sense to me, but I loved it.
Oh.
It
Oh,
was
the
just
Christopher Nolan thing, right?
Christopher Nolan. Yeah.
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 I didn't
But-
see it. I want to see that.
Do you recommend it at all, or just
100%. I
Never
loved
done
it.
it.
Loved it.
Yeah.
No, I think that if I had seen it in theaters, it would have. I mean, it would be overwhelming to see it in theaters because
Oh, yeah.
you can't pause it.
Oh,
I think we paused it 10 times and we're like, okay, wait, what's going on?
really?
Yeah, very complicated. The second you Google it, it's a complex article about why Tenet was so complicated. But that being said, that doesn't mean it's bad. I thought it was great.
You got me curious now.
Visually stunning. I mean, Christopher Nolan, he's
Oh yeah.
a freak of nature. He's like an alien. He's so
yeah,
good.
he's fantastic. Oh, hey, my daughter's working on a film set here in Boston. It's the new Adam McKay is directing.
Oh,
Leo
that's so
DiCaprio
cool.
and Jennifer Lawrence. It's called Don't Look Up.
Whoa.
And it's about I guess it's about that scenario where the scientists find out that, oh, there's an asteroid coming.
Yeah.
um,
Adam McKay's doing an asteroid movie.
yeah, I know. That's what I
Oh,
said.
man.
too. I was like, really?
Love that genre.
Is she a scenic artist?
No, she wants to be a director, but she's just a PA right now. But she graduated from film school last year, and she had a great job in New York at a production house. And that got shut down, and she came home, and things just started filming again in Boston. So
What an incredible set to be on, especially for a year that is probably pretty difficult to get on a set.
there were no sets. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's funny though.
Good for her.
It opened up within 2 days. She had that offer, and then they're filming a update of the TV show Dexter
Wow.
here in Massachusetts as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like that show just ended 5 years ago. You know,
Well, you know, you could make
gotta
a book.
redo it.
I think they're doing like a 10
Yeah,
episode arc or something like that.
that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. But it's funny. She went from sleeping until 10, 10, 10:30, 11
Yeah.
to call time is 3:30. Okay.
Yeah.
3:30 a.m. Okay, you got to get up at 1. So
Oh, that's so cool though. What an amazing set to be on.
yeah.
Adam McKay is, yeah. I think Christopher Nolan, the Coen brothers, Adam McKay. I don't know that I've ever seen anything I didn't like by them.
Yeah, I agree.
What else has Adam McKay directed?
Well, he was Will Ferrell's writing and
Mhm.
producing partner for a long time, and then he did The Big Short, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so he kind of
Yeah.
got serious.
Yeah. Yeah, he's done a ton of stuff. Let me see. Because I'm trying to think of like his most recent ones that he did
No,
as a director.
yeah, I can't.
Succession. Isn't he
Yeah,
behind
yeah.
Succession? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dale, I asked you if she was a scenic because my sister-in-law is a scenic artist, has been her whole career. She's an illustration major from SVA. And after trying that for a while, she went into the union and got her card. She's worked on soap operas and such. And right now she's working on the TV show Blacklist.
Oh, wow, no kidding.
Yeah, she helps to build that cage they keep him in. And she also did a lot of work for the Metropolitan Opera. And then at good rates, when they closed down, they've now kind of reopened for maybe half the staff at half the rate. And it was a union job. They said, we'll give you all the work you want, but we'll pay you half what we paid you before. Take it or leave it.
Oh my God.
A little heavy-handed, but it may just be, hey, you want the work, you're going to take the work until things settle out. But it's an interesting way to make a living as a scenic artist.
Yeah. The whole business seems really, it just fascinates me, you know. Like she said they made a local sandwich shop. They transformed it into a Bubba Gump kind of thing. And just that process sounded really fascinating. You know, you just get a bunch of carpenters in there and just start, you know, it's okay, what do you need today? It's like, well, we need a Bubba Gump. Okay, we'll have it in 5 hours.
Yeah.
You know, seems really cool. Do you guys know Ross McDonald, the illustrator?
Yeah.
Not.
Oh, he does. Well, he does. His illustration style is sort of nostalgic, cartoony, but he does like ephemera for productions. So like Boardwalk Empire was his first real big.
Oh man, love that.
So all the paper products you saw in there. Yeah, he's got he has a letter. Don would definitely know him, but he's got a letterpress rig set up, and he's, you know, everything he does is extremely authentic.
That's cool.
Really cool stuff. But it's, you know, to me, it's just fascinating that as an illustrator, you know, we really are sort of able to do all sorts of things like that.
We are, Dale, and so much of it is anonymous. And I just want to tell you one quick one that I have to dash is, I don't know if you watched This Is Us.
Oh yeah.
The psychiatrist, the counselor that he's going to, the first time they showed him, he had a painting behind him. And Randall says, oh, is that a Kadir Nelson behind you?
Oh yeah.
And he says, yes, it is. And it just passed on through. So then I saw the opening this year, and I went through the credits, and at the end, there's a credit line for Kadir Nelson's painting. So I think we're going to see that again. It's good for Kadir. Says, you want to use it a second time? Cough up a little bit of Jack.
That's right. That's so cool. Yeah.
You guys are great. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Thanks for hopping in, Terry.
All right,
All
Terry.
right. And on that note, we're ready for the next pose. Well ready, actually.
I was hoping if I just ran my chops.
Oh, that's cool.
You were buying everybody a lot of time, Dale.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, yeah, they need to thank you. Okay.
Alrighty.
You know, one other movie I saw over the holiday that was great. Have you seen On the Rocks by Sofia Coppola?
No, I want to see that.
Oh, it's so great. It's Rashida Jones and Bill Murray. Really
Yeah.
loved it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I listened to an interview with her where she talks about casting Bill Murray in Lost in Translation.
Yes.
I had no idea that they essentially cast him. He said he would do it, and then they didn't hear from him for like 6 months. And they were like, "Is he going to show up?" And they were like, "Well," because they were trying to contact his reps or whatever, and basically get him to Japan. Everything. Basically, they were just like, just plan on him being there, and he might be there, but just have a backup plan just in case.
So I guess that's his thing.
Yeah. So before I forget though, somebody just asked if you want to share your work with us, which I highly encourage you to do. Please share it with us either in the Facebook group, which if you haven't already joined yet, I will share a link to it, or just share it on Instagram with #illustration_isolation, and just be sure to tag @VisualArtsPassage. Like I said, I'm gonna type all that out in the chat, but now is a great time to do that before I start the clock again, which I'll give everybody some bonus time so you can post.
What's the next one?
Jim
Jim
Thorpe.
Ford.
Oh, okay.
Another football person.
Timmy, where'd you go to college? I thought Timmy would know that. Haskell Junior College, Lawrence, Kansas.
Yeah, I did not know that.
He was a man among boys wherever he went.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
was an exceptional athlete.
It's funny, I know it's a regular sports talk thing, but I wonder how he would have fared today. It's funny. My son's a huge baseball fan, and he always says, Babe Ruth's a bum. Just because, there's no way that guy could have competed today.
I would agree, Dale. I mean, you look at it look at the Olympics, the sprints, how much that's changed over the past 100 years.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
There's a really interesting athletic study on that and why that is, right? Because it's not like because we've evolved, right?
Right.
We're not like better athletes. It's mainly because the ability, it might be a Malcolm Gladwell thing, the ability for coaches to find talent has, gone, incredibly up, right?
Well, it is
the ability to find somebody from 10 towns away who's, got great talent. And then they can kind of coach that into greater talent. Yeah.
Dale, does your son play baseball?
Yeah.
So he does understand that the most important for a lot of baseball players, that eye-to-hand coordination, and you don't have to train much to have good eye-to-hand coordination. You either have it or you don't.
Oh, yeah.
Babe Ruth had some of the best eye-to-hand coordination of anybody that ever walked the planet. He
Sure.
was a great baseball player today. I'm a famous baseball player from Kansas City, George Brett. I'm not kidding you. I would race that guy and bet my house on it, and I would run backwards in a 50-yard dash. He's the slowest person I've ever seen in my life, but he's one of the greatest baseball players to ever play because he has the most unbelievable eye-to-hand coordination you've ever seen.
Right, right. And it's funny because when he does say that, and I get a kick out of it and we have a laugh about it and all that, but his favorite player is, my son's favorite player is David Ortiz. And you can't tell me that they aren't pretty much exactly the same type of player.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
In person, right?
I think it's also the old timey, the black and white film, and we always think we're superior just simply because we're in color.
Right. I agree that there's, the contemporary athlete, training is huge. A diet has probably as much to do. Diet and size is so different than it was years
Well,
ago.
yeah. Well, one of the studies is like, it ain't a coincidence that almost every player in the NHL was born in January or February.
Yeah, that's a Gladwell thing too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's because they were picked out at a young age. Coaches thought they were getting the most talented. They just happened to be getting the biggest.
Yep.
They were just getting the oldest, largest players.
Yeah.
It is interesting, to roll it back to the arts. And I think one of the things that I thought somebody was saying to me not long ago that I think is really interesting is like a lot of the people drawing with us tonight 100 years ago would have been the most talented artists in their town. And that would have been enough though,
Right.
because there wouldn't have been this scoreboard that says, this Instagram scoreboard that sets this impossible goal. Yeah.
Right.
It's yeah.
I'm so glad Chris is not here tonight.
I know.
He would have gone where he would have
Yeah.
gone, and I agree with him, is that the fielding of players.
You're still. I just want to give you guys an update. This is a famous sports conversation because you can't win it.
Oh, you can't. No, you can't. And that's one of the great things.
The truth is, you're both wrong. Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Well, because it can't be proved.
Well, that's absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
But you hear that, the arguments on, who was the best heavyweight ever. You can't do that. They didn't fight each other.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They did find one thing I found interesting about hand-eye coordination in baseball players is the ones who had cross dominance were the best hitters.
Oh man, our listeners are just dropping out like by the dozens.
No, this is
What?
Well, hey, change it to something a little bit more, a little bit more. How about when you talk about artists?
Yeah.
Man, I actually think that artists from the past,
Yeah.
I know we have all kinds of technologies, we have all kinds of things to benefit, but they were so focused on what they were doing. That's all they did was draw and paint.
Yeah.
And man, there's something to be said about that.
No distractions.
No distractions.
Yeah, no Netflix. But it is remarkable how realism really advanced once cameras came along. And nobody really talks about it in the fine art world, but somehow those skills just suddenly leveled up as soon as cameras showed up.
Camera is the most prevalent thing that's ever happened to drawers. A lot of people say it's the ability to things that you can use to copy something, the camera obscura or whatever it is. It's the camera itself, I think, that it has changed more than anything. It's changed the leveled the playing field.
you're just as good as your reference, right?
Well, it's
Well,
Most of the time.
it's that, but there's a lot of people have used cameras that are not connected to using a camera.
right. It's funny. When the Norman Rockwell Museum opened up, I was one of the first people there, of course, and there was I say that just because I was a total geek, and I'm not that far away. There was somebody giving a tour, and I heard an older woman ask if Rockwell used photography in any way, and the tour guide said no, he worked from his imagination.
No.
It stopped me in my tracks. I'm like, huh?
No.
You need another job.
He actually put a book out, I mean, like, you probably sell it in the gift shop,
Yeah.
Liar.
But you look at his work and how much, I hate to use the word better, but how much more accurate or realistic his work became. You can see when he started using photographs,
Right.
And I think it made his work better.
Oh,
For a lot of artists, I don't necessarily think it makes their work any better.
What you just said, the young ones are jumping over to Live Brush.
Hey, I guarantee you, Ray would be talking about the same thing. Like, he is the biggest illustration geek in the world.
I agree. I love a Live Brush dig.
Well, I somehow found myself on Live Brush yesterday, watching those guys. I don't know how it came up either. It's like suddenly my phone was showing me that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know how to get back there.
Yeah.
Well, the camera definitely made the ability to draw and paint realistically accessible to more people.
sorry, Bill, I didn't hear that. Can you say that again?
Oh, I said that the camera made the ability to draw and paint more realistically more accessible to more people.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And even artists who were incredible draftsmen, like Degas, you can see how the camera helped him. And
here's a question for the room. Every week, me and Alice probably get an email when we're doing illustration isolation. Hey, I thought there was going to be a live model. What? We photographed a live model when we first started doing this, more just out of honestly, it was more for the entertainment value than any. I don't think it had anything to do with getting better photography than we are now. Because doing that live in real time isn't very practical. But why? What's your guys' reaction to something like that, where people are like, oh, I wish it was a live model.
It kind of, yeah. I mean, go to a figure class and draw the live model. It's a little difficult to do right now.
Yeah.
But there's a tremendous amount. There's more information when you're drawing from a live model. You can look around it. You can explore. To be able to draw well from photography, you got to know how to draw. It doesn't matter.
I know, but to have a live model in a digital room, you lose all the value of it, right?
Yeah, it's already in a two-dimensional form when you do that.
So it's kind of silly, and I've always thought it's a waste of the model's time. It's like, screenshot it,
looking at a flat thing.
Yeah.
So
it takes the benefit of the live model away because it's a two-dimensional image. So
you're not to be aggressive to anybody that's ever asked that question. I just I thought it was interesting when we originally did this. A couple people asked, and I thought, oh, I wonder what the benefit of that is, you know?
There's a great benefit to practicing drawing
Yeah.
from life all the time. But, real honestly, I don't think I've ever,
Yeah.
any illustrator in our day and age, any illustrator that I've met and most painters that I know, never work from models. They work from photography.
Also,
Higher levels.
also live model on, I don't care how good the webcam is, doesn't look that great, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I hired models, but then I took photos of them.
Yeah, yeah. Which is essentially what we did when we were first doing this with Christopher, the model. Christopher was like, I'm not going to stand for 20 minutes for you guys.
Right.
He's like, take a screenshot.
I mean, it just economically, it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to.
Yeah. Yeah, A says life models. They allow you to see around the form when you're in the room.
Right.
Pre-COVID life models. Yeah.
Good old days.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're not
The
far
old
off.
days.
The old days.
When-
That's what I'll title this episode.
Oh yeah, the old days.
The old days.
They used to be.
Ye old.
Remember when? That's right.
Remember
That's
when?
it. That's it.
Yeah, remember
Can
when?
I
Let's
suggest
play
a second
Remember When.
name?
Yeah, get off my lawn.
No, it's When the Earth Was Round.
Yeah, when the Earth was round.
Yeah. I liked
Yeah.
it better when it was round. It just suddenly flattened and
Yeah.
things got so boring.
Oh man.
Back in the day when the Earth was round,
Yeah.
like 1 year ago.
Yeah, like a year or two ago. Yep. Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I can't look at Jim Thorpe without thinking of that really great Bob Peak portrait of him.
Oh, there's been so many good ones of him.
Yeah. Yeah. Barbara messaged about life modeling. We're not anybody that's doing it, we're not bashing it.
Oh, not at all. I mean,
Yeah. Follow your heart.
Illustration Academy, 3
Yeah.
nights a week. You got a live model.
No, I'm saying digitally. I got some people want to do it. That's fine.
Oh,
We
yeah.
we didn't see the value in it. So
Maybe people are just getting so used to.
I think it could be fun.
Yeah. Online.
Well,
We had no option.
when we had the live model, it was fun. That was. I mean, that's a reasonable argument to be made. But the woman in charge of costuming, my wife,
She got married. That was it.
They started making demands. Christopher, the model, he was becoming kind of a diva in the house because he knew he controlled our lives. So there was a complicated power dynamic within the house.
Yeah.
And he's not there anymore, is he?
No, we kicked him out.
You had to
The
go.
illustration isolation.
You had to go.
He went on a camping trip.
He went on a camping trip and he never came back.
He realized out in the wilderness he didn't have to model for food.
Yeah, yeah.
Didn't take it.
If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about, the first like 10 episodes were costume, but we were doing photography of the costume. But it was a childhood friend of mine who just got quarantined with us. And he was essentially earning his keep.
Looks like he has a little bit of a smirk on his face in this photo. Which I'm not.
Dang, I'm that good.
Okay, this is the 2.5 minute warning.
Man, Timmy's just, I don't know. 2021 Timmy's just strict, man. I don't know.
Pretty strict. Yeah. 2021.
I like 2020. Pretty decent.
2020 Timmy was fun. 2020 Timmy's kind of a bummer.
Bummer, he's a dad.
I'll see if we can get a recast. Trust me, Dale, I'm working on it. It's a top priority.
Next week, some guy shows up. I'm the new Timmy.
Surfer dude, Timmy.
Yeah.
Just like, what's up, my dudes?
Yeah, that reminds me of I'm Austin from 5 minutes ago.
Oh, yeah.
I'm glad I didn't have to explain that to you, you know?
No, when you say, it's funny. As I was laughing, I said, I wonder if we would have to explain that.
I'm afraid to ask you guys to explain it.
Oh, it's Austin Powers reference.
Oh,
You should know that.
I would have thought that I would have known it, but yeah.
They were silly movies.
Yeah. All right.
Those movies are just shameless fun, you know? Dude, they're just guilty pleasures.
Somebody
Nothing
just
guilty about that pleasure. That's fun stuff.
What was the question, Timmy?
somebody just asked if there are previous sessions available to view. There are. You just go to our YouTube channel. You can check them out there. There's a lot. There's a lot of stuff. A couple episodes are missing.
Oh, the lost episodes.
The lost episodes.
We're going to make a ton of money off of those later when they get.
Yeah.
There are about a dozen episodes missing.
Really?
Yeah. Just I put them in the vault, and we'll release them every 10 years. And
Oh, I thought maybe you lost them in the Russian hack.
no.
Bummer.
Bummer.
Oh, Dale, you really caught his expression.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, nice, Montalvo.
Thank you.
Yeah, everybody's looking good. Cool.
I did almost put together like a best of for the holiday, and I decided not to because I was like, no one's gonna tune in. Everybody's busy with the holidays. And then it was like New Year's Eve at like 11 o'clock or at like 6 o'clock. Me and Alice get emails from like 5 or 6 people being like, "Where are you guys?"
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it cracked me up.
That's great.
I was like, all right.
Yeah.
Sorry. We should have done like a, kind of like a secret show,
Yeah, we're just here, right?
Yeah, kind of like a pop-up show, like just the diehards that showed up on New Year's Eve.
That would have been funny and sad.
Yeah, like all 10 of us.
Not really though, because I mean, who did anything? Did anybody do anything interesting on New Year's Eve?
I did nothing.
No.
Yeah, I mean,
we probably could have pretended like it was a normal day,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching Gomorrah, the series, Italian series.
Is that
really
good?
interesting.
I haven't started. That looks great.
Man, it's beautiful by itself. Just if you watch it and just don't listen to it, it's beautiful from one frame to the other, but the story is also great. You know, the way that they are putting together contemporary mafia and, you know, street mobs and all this kind of things together in a contemporary setting. They're just doing an incredible job. It's really awesome.
Where's that stream? Is that streaming, Montalvo?
It's HBO, I think. Yeah, it's HBO. It's really, really worth it. It's
Cool.
John, we lost your video. Is that intentional?
That's intentional because I'm I'm setting up to show the Instagram and Facebook.
Do we have a pose after? Are we ready for the next pose?
Oh God, we got one more, don't we? Man,
The clock ran out. I gave you guys a few
I've been
extra.
going too long today.
Yeah, we got one more pose.
Oh man. Okay, I'll be back.
I'm gonna.
Where did I hear it? It sounds familiar.
I'm gonna remind everybody. Please post your work. You can post it on Instagram or the Facebook group. A couple of people will probably hear it. If you join the Facebook group and you don't agree to our terms, I decline your request. Sorry, you got to agree to the terms. But you can share to the Facebook group or to the Instagram channel, or Instagram. Use the hashtag illustration isolation. And I'm going to start the clock for the next pose.
Okay.
Montalvo, that looks great.
Well, thank you. I got back to, you know, tinted paper. White is just, you know, too white for me. It always takes longer on white paper. I just got so used to mid-tone paper.
Yeah, I'm out of mid-tone paper, so.
What's the next one?
On my paper.
Young African-American woman with
Oh, okay, I see.
bow in her hair.
I'll get back to the other drawings later and try to finish them.
Oh, the light on this one's so beautiful.
Yeah,
What a great face.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Only one thing that I thought about when I saw this pose, and that would be if you're going to use the bow, the left hand, I mean, it's not a good shape of a bow. It's like, think about recomposing it.
Yeah.
And you can do that because you're a drawer.
This is my picture.
That's right. Don't let that reference push you around.
That's right.
Show that reference who's boss. Which reminds me. I'll just look at the bow shape on my painting and use that.
Just draw on top of one of your paintings?
No, I'll just look at the, no, I'm not going to draw on the painting. But it does have a nice bow shape on it. All right.
Mm.
How old was everybody when they've had their first figure drawing class? Kind of curious about that. Or their first figure drawing experience.
I had a life drawing class. I mean, a live like portrait class when I was like 16, but I didn't have like a full figure class until I was in college.
I think I was 17 in junior college.
Huh.
We have here in Brazil a few places that they hold figure drawing, but it's a funny thing because they're not considered classes. They're just open places like a cultural center or something like that, like a library, and they have this, huge rooms. They put, a model there, maybe 2 or maybe 3 sessions in a whole afternoon, and people just gather around and do their stuff, and they just don't say a word. They just getting there. They pay like 5 whatevers
Yep.
in our currency here.
Yeah.
Just draw and go away. It's just like they feel like if you are peeking to their, just looking at their drawing, they get like offended. This funny thing.
Huh.
So different than the experience that I had at the academy. It's just so involving and directed. And we had a plan from start to end, and each instructor, they had his own methods and suggestions, and they follow up. That was so different than the experience that I had before going to the academy first time.
Interesting.
I tried to emulate that many times back in my studio when I got back from the academy. And it really worked well. People just got in there and they wanted the structure. They wanted to be, guided somehow. It was just really interesting experience. Well, you know what I feel about the academy, right?
Yes. I've only come across one student in a figure drawing class who didn't want any input
Really?
or any comments, the person just wanted to draw, I didn't know that at first, so I would do a talk and they would walk out of the room and I'm like,
What did I say?
I was offended. I was like, that's rude. And they just wanted to draw. And so it didn't matter if what I said was positive or constructive or whatever. And they could have benefited from a lot of what I had to offer.
Well, tell him to come to São Paulo, Brazil. He would be feeling right at home. It's just nobody talks. It's just drawing, and then you go away.
Yeah.
That's really strange. But did he really draw that well? So he didn't need any. No.
No, she didn't, and it was and there was a lot that she was really good at, but there were some really fundamental things that she was missing, and so it was hard because I really wanted to help.
Yeah.
There you go. There's your problem.
Yep.
Just trying to help somebody.
Yeah. Well, that happened to me in the post office the other day. I was in line waiting to use the machine to do the postage, and the woman in front of me was struggling to find out where the postage printed out. It was a little slot and a little blue light, and she was looking around and waiting, and after a while I'm like, there's a slot in the bottom, that's where your stuff is. And she turned around and she's like, it hadn't printed out yet. I was like, okay,
sorry,
I wasn't in a hurry, I was just trying to help you. So
People are on edge these
yes.
days.
What's the series of commercials about it's basically like the art dads.
Oh yeah, there's a new one.
Oh, yeah. What is the new one? I can't remember. My son, I hadn't seen it yet.
I haven't seen it 1,000 times yet, so I don't know. I just saw it once and I was so excited. I thought of you, John. I was like, oh,
The hardware store one still just kills me.
It's-
We all see it. We all
Yeah.
see it.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's Bill Cobe at the post office.
That's right. You hired them to do the job.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We don't know them. We don't know them.
Right.
They're beautiful. Really well done.
Oh God, they're hilarious. Yeah, so it's like, it's fine. I don't need to help you. But it was a benefit to know that the person didn't want any help in the art class. Because then I didn't have to
You didn't have to help them.
Waste your time. Yeah.
it's like, okay, well, there's 15 other people in here I can actually help. And
The only time I ever watched my dad get mad at a student was he went to a lot of trouble. He saw the student that was struggling, very capable, talented guy, talented individual. And he was really struggling with his drawings. And he had some things that my father thought he would relate to. And he went back to his studio and he brought an Austin Briggs book and showed him. And the guy's response was, "Oh God," he goes, "I can't stand that 60s shit."
Oh my God.
And my father, the only thing he ever said to him after that was, "You've given me reason I never have to talk to you again."
Oh,
That's great.
yeah.
It was so awesome because it was like, as Brent pointed out, he goes, of all the people to say that to,
I know.
considering where his time period, where he came from.
Yeah.
and who he was talking to, basically. Who's the most successful artist in the 60s, right?
It was pretty funny.
I don't like your 60s.
And actually,
Even if you're the king of the 60s, all right.
actually that person became a very good artist and is a very nice guy, but I'm not going to say who it is.
Oh boy.
Wisely.
Yeah.
John's protecting my identity. Thank you, John.
We didn't have to haul Dale out.
The thing is, it's like, how nice of it is your dad to go through the trouble to go find a book.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
He was really considerate, I thought, to do that.
I'm really trying to help you here.
You didn't want to be helped.
Or, just didn't know how to be helped, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but I've said plenty of dumb stuff, and then I'll walk away and say, you know what? I'd like to have that one back, but I won't do that again.
Does that ever happen on Friday morning?
No.
I'm just
Put you on the spot.
Meant every single word here.
Dale, you getting pumped up for portfolio class?
I am.
That is a whole bunch of fun, isn't it?
It really is. Yeah. Yeah. That last class really set the bar high.
Well, you got a bunch of good ones coming again, and a bunch.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're
Yeah, I was just talking to a friend about it. My friend Scott Bacall's a great illustrator, and he teaches at Mass Art. We were just talking about students, and I was just telling him the difference between, regular college students and, the caliber of student that we have in here. And, the big difference is the people here are more career focused and really want, they're seeking something out. They're not sort of just going through a program. And as a result, they're just so dialed in for the most part. The challenge is making sure that, I'm bringing value, rather than just, exporting information.
Right.
I love it. I love the challenge and the
It is fun. That is
Yeah.
it's fun, and it's so gratifying because they're knocking the ball out of the park.
yeah. And it's funny, you've been doing this a lot longer than I have, John, as far as, with the Illustration Academy, but you hear yourself say something. It's like being a parent. You see yourself, you hear yourself saying something enough, and eventually it actually sinks in.
Well, I
Like
should-
for me.
yeah, I should do that.
Yeah.
I know I'm supposed to do that. I should
Yeah.
actually do that. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, there's nothing that is more, I would say, you learn so much more when you're teaching, right? The subject that you have to really get to a point where you know that so well that you can be clear to someone that doesn't know exactly what you're talking, and then you guide them. So you have to process that really deep before you teach it. I've really learned a lot from teaching this last many years. It like ZBrush. I was just doing ZBrush regularly at home and doing some stuff until it came the day that there was this school that wanted me to be a ZBrush instructor there. I think it was 10 or 15 years ago. Just I had to study ZBrush so well so I could make it clear to the student one step after the other. And then I got to learn ZBrush really well by doing that. So I was my best student for a while.
Yeah.
And then some people just, really got to understand that. And time goes on. And now I work in Vetor Zero, is just a producer, large one. And every now and then I stumble upon some of the guys that were students of mine like 10 years ago, and they're just monsters of ZBrush. And now I go after them and try to learn something from these guys because they were working on it on an everyday basis. It's just they're really doing incredible stuff there, and linking Maya to ZBrush and to Nuke and all those kind of complex compositions and stuff. And I say, well, I think I've done my part, but these guys, they really grown up so much and so well over the years.
I guarantee they appreciate you teaching them.
Yeah, it's just it was really great back then. It was just couldn't really foresee where they were going. And this is what you were saying. It's just so rewarding to see your students grow up and do stuff that really surprises you.
What's the time, Timmy?
Is it possible that there could only be 3 minutes left?
Yeah, I think that's probably about right.
Ah.
Hey, Timmy, have you seen Mank?
No, I haven't, but I've heard it's fantastic.
Yeah, are you a David Fincher fan?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, I'm not as much a fanatic as most people are, like most David Fincher fans are, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. That's why I asked. I don't know.
Oh yeah. No, my brother and sister-in-law watch it, and they said it was fantastic. But you know me, Dale. I'm more of a disaster movie guy. You know. You know.
Disaster movies. I watched
Yeah, man.
Disaster Artist. Have you seen
Oh,
it?
that's a great one.
Oh my God.
Have you seen the original though? Like the
No, I
film?
haven't. That's on the list.
You know what? This is what I recommend. Don't like. Some people might disagree. I would just go to YouTube and just watch the highlight reel of it. It makes just as much sense.
Okay, so So the credits at the end of Disaster Artist, where they show like how they faithfully recreated the scenes side by side.
Okay.
I kind of felt like, you know what, that's probably all I need.
Somebody says, no way, watch The Room in its entirety. There's something to say about the source. It's pretty great.
Yeah.
And it's a really, there's something like really beautiful about his delusional pursuit of what he believed in.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. It's like Ed Wood. I thought that was a really sweet story as well, in its own way, you know.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember, what was the film that came out earlier in 2020? It's not about a bad filmmaker, but was it Dolomite with Eddie Murphy?
Oh, I know of it. I didn't see it.
Oh, it's such a great story, because it's like an individual who is like past his prime. I think he was kind of like overweight, and he just had this dream that he was going to be like a movie star, and he just like manifested it.
Yeah.
And it's such a great story. I don't know I don't know the true story as much as I really enjoyed the film. Eddie Murphy's, he's amazing.
Yeah.
It's probably not fair to mention it in the same sentence as Tommy Wise. That
was, what a performance that was, though.
Yeah. A lot of the people in that film are they're on a podcast called How Did This Get Made?
Oh, no kidding.
And
I gotta check that out.
Oh, it's just a riot. They pick out horrible movies each episode, and they give you a heads up. They say like next week, we're going to be so check out Fast and Furious 2, and we're going to talk about it for 2 hours, and it's amazing.
So what is it? How did this get made?
How did this get made? Yeah,
I'll check it out.
It's somebody just said there's a good Van Helsing is a really good one, Ryan.
Oh my God.
They just rail on these films. It's great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Well, the clock is up. So on to John. Now it's your moment to shine.
Okay.
Maybe we give everybody a couple minutes to post your work. Post your work, please.
All right. Well, there's my drawing, most of it. I'll go and do other things.
Nice expression.
Oh, nice one, Dale. Thank you, Alberto.
Bill, that's great.
Thank you. Oh, nice one, Talvo.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Dale, I got to ask, what do you think of the Bob Dylan Christmas album?
Oh, wow, man, that was special. Thank you.
Oh man.
That was, I had that, I played that on Christmas Eve.
You made everybody listen to it.
I got vetoed so quickly.
Yeah.
Oh. And I was like, I gave it a shot too. I was like, but it's Bob Dylan. We don't care. We don't like him.
Yeah. Yeah. If this is Bob Dylan.
Are we ready?
Bootleg Christmas album.
We are, John. I think we are.
Can you
We're
see my
ready.
hair?
Yeah. Looks great.
God,
Mhm.
Randy, that's fantastic.
Way to go, Randy.
Hi,
Oh, nice.
Look at that.
Evan.
Cool.
Nice.
Very, very nice.
Oh, killer.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
Here you go, Tom.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very nice. I like it. Very expressive. Oh, that's good.
Oh, boy. That's excellent.
Wow.
Awesome.
Really good.
That's cool.
Nailed it. Nailed it.
Nice, Alberto.
Is that goalpost in the back? Way back.
Yeah.
A little. I love that.
Yeah.
Looks like
That's
it. Yeah.
awesome.
There we go.
That's awesome. What gives it some real scale. Ah, that's nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow. Good job, Debbie. Marcy.
Sweet.
Oh,
Very nice.
beautiful.
Whoa. Nice.
Wow.
That's killer.
Great, great.
That looks like
AJ.
a book
AJ, do you have a stamp? Is that,
I was just going to say that, Timmy,
man, we're on the same plane, same frequency, Dale.
yeah, do you get the paper printed beforehand or you get a stamp? And
That's fine. I had to move my menu to see what you were talking about. I get it now.
I like it. I like it. Stamp, nice. Man.
So expressive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Really fun.
It's a stamp. It's a stamp.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
There's our contest winner.
Oh, beautiful.
Nice, Addie. Good. Oh,
Oh, that's
from Lenexa, Kansas. Mr. Rightmind. Well done. Trying to figure out who Mr. Rightmind is. Timmy, do you know?
That's Ryan McCauley.
Okay. Way to go, Ryan.
We're also we're just doxing Ryan live. Sorry.
Sorry.
Sorry, Ryan.
Well, yeah. It's like he's like our neighbor practically. I'm
I
trying to,
know, right? Yeah.
the only other person I know from Lenexa, I know a couple people, but
Yeah.
Brent is one of them. That's nice.
Oh, it's
Ryan said, "Thanks, guys." ...
You can come up with a new name, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just change all your social media. No big deal.
Yeah.
Very
Is that
nice.
like outing a spy?
Yeah. Basically.
These are nice.
Who's drawing? Just curious. Type in the chat if you're drawing with us for the first time.
I see further up in the chat, Jeff Brain, first figure drawing experience at 67 years old.
All right.
Cool.
That's awesome, huh?
Welcome, Katrina.
Awesome. A lot of new people.
Very good. That's fun. I love there's a lot of new people. That's fun, Marcy.
That's nice.
Oh, that's Heather. How you doing? Very nice.
Oh, wow. Love that approach.
Yeah. What's that doing in here?
I was going to say that it looks familiar.
Okay. I think
Yep.
the end of.
We're at the end.
Okay, let's jump to Facebook. So I'm going to stop share real quick.
That was cool work. Who was that by?
It was Bill's from earlier today. Not this. I don't know who this is.
I was saying the work that was Illustration Academy posted.
Yeah,
Look it up.
nice views.
Yeah, I know Alice credited it.
Is it John Neimeister?
That was my guess.
Yeah, I think, well, it says John on it. So I think it's John.
Probably.
I didn't see it for a second. Here we go.
Yeah.
I lost the screen.
It's coming back.
Yep.
Oh,
We know, Peter. We're trying to have some web security here.
Just doing my best.
Yeah.
Oh, is your New Year's
Cool.
Eve to actually have web security and good, safe practices?
Are you kidding me? Yeah.
That's what I'm all about, Dale.
Yeah. John's middle name is
Mr. Secure.
web security.
Secure John.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God, we got to knock on some wood.
Oh, crap.
All right, John.
Okay.
Stop sharing your screen, man.
No,
Stop.
almost there. Sorry. I was trying to close this.
Oh man, you're just playing roulette. Just
and
stop.
the password is
Yeah.
Security Hall English.
Yeah.
Almost there. Hold on.
Like everybody, stop looking at your screens. All of you. All of you.
Hey Timmy, have you ever seen that movie Sneakers?
Yeah, with Robert Redford.
Yes.
That's a great one.
Where they're like watching the guy do the password on the, on his keyboard and stuff.
Yeah.
What are you
Yeah,
talking-
I loved David Strathairn in that.
That's a really great one.
That's such a fun movie.
All right, we're back.
Can I look now?
You can
Yeah. You
open
can
your
look
eye.
now. Yeah.
All right.
Ooh,
It's like, ah.
very nice.
Devin. Voila.
This is awesome.
That's nice.
What is
Ooh.
this?
Very cool.
Very nice.
Oh, nice one. Cool.
All good.
I think Bola is a new person in Bridge too.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Not new to Digital Arts Passage though.
Joanna, nice drawing.
Ooh,
Wow, Berta, awesome.
Berta.
Black share owner.
that's nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Ooh, that's cool too.
Jonathan?
Jonathan, awesome.
I think Jonathan's going to be in portfolio class, Dale.
Oh, great. Good.
Oh, that is fantastic.
That's really fun.
Cool.
Nice, Karen.
I wish I had made the mouth bigger when I drew that one.
I know. Me too.
After I was like trying to figure a way to stretch it, but
Oh, these are very nice, Karen.
Ooh.
Look at Jonathan.
Oh, that's
Gary.
good.
yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, he's a good drawer.
I thought we kicked him out.
Oh,
Put on the list.
Shanna or Shayna, that's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Very fun. Addie.
Sweet, Addie, that's awesome.
Oh, Andrew, awesome.
Nice, Andrew.
Yeah.
That's Randy again.
Randy, that's beautiful.
Peter.
Yeah.
Hey, he drew with us this morning.
Yeah,
Man,
that's fun. Very nice, Gracie.
It's terrific.
That's so cool.
So good.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
a lot of new names. It's awesome.
Ooh, nice, Devin.
Devin does not miss an episode.
Good drawing. Marcy again. All right, she's here.
Awesome.
All right.
Felicity Show. This is who you called out, Jeff?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe.
Nice
I think that's who Dale called out.
Yeah, yeah.
Ooh, nice, Alberto.
Wow.
That's great.
That's really good.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that's
Perfect.
Killer.
great idea.
Happy. Oh, we didn't see that one. Very nice, Rebecca.
That is nice.
Oh, cool.
Addie again. Addie again.
Oh, wow.
And Felicity's back.
When she turns 10, then that's going to be a big.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice, Ryan.
It's a great one, Ryan.
She's got to write 2 digits.
Double digits.
Everything.
That's a nice piece. There it is again. Wow, so good.
That is excellent. Yeah.
Very
Awesome, Roberto.
Oh, very nice, Gary.
Oh, that's good.
Damn.
Oof.
Cool.
Oh,
Beautiful. Shane, that nice one.
Good. It's part of the Rex Road clan. Karen.
Nice drawing.
Nice, Shayna. Good job, Karen. Addie again. That's really well done. That's fun. Hey, is this the first one we've seen of Doug's tonight?
All right, Doug.
Hey, Doug.
great. Nice, Andrew.
Andrew. Wow. Nathaniel, very nice.
Cool.
These are good. Jeff again.
Oh, that's very cool.
That's pretty. It's what's the right word? Efficient.
Yeah.
Nice. Laura. That's nice.
Oh, that's a great one.
Oh man.
I love the like lizard and the.
Yeah. Why?
Yeah.
God, that's so cool.
That makes it. Roberto.
Really good.
That's really nice, Roberto.
Yeah.
Michael, nice drawing. You're good.
Well, one of the things I'm going to say is if you enjoyed drawing with us tonight, you can draw with us almost all week if you join Studio Bridge. Yeah, so I'm going to share a link to it. I highly recommend checking it out. We got a 15-day free trial right now.
And you'll be, if with that, they would catch two of Ray's talks
Yeah.
Monday night. Ray Bonilla.
You could even participate in our contest. Run off with $100. We might judge you if you take the prize and cancel your subscription, but
Wait, this gift card's not working. What's going on?
yeah, huh? Wow, it said Timmy canceled the card or something.
Nice, Roberto. That's very nice. Oh, Rebecca, very well done. I love how this thing just melts to line down at the bottom. Nice transition in it. Miss Heather.
Cool. It's wild to just, there's so many people that have been drawing with us since March. You know, it's so great.
Nice, Andrew.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
How adventurous Andrew is.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
it.
I think we're done.
All right,
We'll go
people.
no further.
Thanks so much. Fun
Everybody,
night.
thanks for coming back and drawing with us. Pay attention to the studio bridge, as Timmy sent the link. Thank you, Dale and Bill and Montalvo. Timmy, thank you. This was a very fun evening, and
Yeah.
everybody that joined us, really appreciate it. Have a good night. Everyone be safe.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
Thanks,
Thank you.
everybody.
Thank you. Goodbye.